Now, I'm going to look at making these into 3D. So the circle or sphere, so circle becomes sphere. The square becomes a cube. The triangle has a few options, but I'm going to make it become a cone. I'm going to trade my pencil because that one has just got a little bit wobbly. So other key things to have in your drawing toolkit, just for the preservation of time, I'm not going to sharpen, would be a sharpener and an eraser. So my circle or sphere, this, another pencil process, fantastic. So this shape here, if I draw it in again, nice and soft, so you can see how I'm feathering and controlling the pencil. The sphere is probably, or circle is one of the hardest things to draw. Once you master that, you'll be able to do quite a lot with your designing. So a sphere, if I imagine the light is coming from the right-hand side, the top right-hand side, and we think about shadow, this underneath edge here that's furthest away from where the light is going to be the darkest. And using the same feathering technique, I can add some shading onto it to give it that roundness. If you imagine, I can draw an oval inside this just so you can see where I'm looking at. That's a vertical oval, and this is a horizontal oval. So if you imagine that there are these mesh sort of shapes all the way through your surface, your solid, this should give you a bit of a plane to work around. So I will cover shading more in our next series of videos, but know that you're looking at the darkest edge being furthest away from where the point of light is. And remember, you can always use the eraser, take little bits out nice and gently. And other techniques that we'll learn later on are working with smudging, using the finger to smudge to make the shape 3D. This top edge here would be the lightest because that's where the surface is catching the light. So that's a basic introduction to making a circle into a sphere. A square now, what I'd like you to do next, so same process, I didn't give myself very much room here, is to draw the square again. The quickest way to make this into a cube is just to project some diagonal lines out like so, and then join the top and the back edge up. Very simple. You could do cross hatching even. Again, that's another technique we'll cover later on. Now the final one, the triangle. If I draw this again, nice and gently, I'm going to put a little curve on the top. I'm going to turn it into a cone. So my bottom edge, I actually want it to be curved. So I'm going to put an arc down here. So again, if my light is over here, this edge is going to be the darkest. And this time I'm going to work vertically and take pressure off the pencil as I come back round. So I've got a little bit too dark edge at the bottom, so I might just erase some of that, nice and gentle. Then I have to go back through and try and match my pressure back up. That's where my finger to rub things in will make it a little bit neater. So this is a very basic introduction into drawing, freehand sketching the circle, the square and the triangle, and then making them into 3D. So can you have a little go at that now, please?